Okay, because of the coronavirus, my wife and I, just like everybody else, is being very cautious not to go to restaurants and order out like we used to. So we have been thinking about how much we miss some pizza. So we decided we're going to make our own. Now, I've made pizza dough before, and it's come out good, but I've never made the sauce. So we are experimenting together on this. As you can see, we purchased a pizza stone, and here are all the ingredients to make a pizza sauce. Now, if you notice, I have a blender out here, and the reason I have the blender is because I like my pizza sauce smooth. It was not in the original recipe, so this is an option that I choose to do. You start off with 1 3/4 cups of diced tomatoes. Now, unfortunately, because of limits, I was not able to get an imported product like I enjoy. Anytime I cook with Italian, I like to get the imported products, but we had to settle on a Walmart owned tomatoes. They're still pretty good. Then we add 2 teaspoons of garlic. Then 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. 1 teaspoon of pepper flakes. 1 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste, and as you can see, I was able to get the imported tomato paste, so I'm quite happy about that. As a matter of fact, if I can only get one thing, either the sauce or the paste, I would prefer the paste to be imported. So we'll get this in there. You can see it fills up the blender pretty good. Finally, add 1, let me see if it's a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and it lists as an option between 1 and 2 tablespoons of basil for additional flavor. Well, I like basil, so I'm just going to put in 1, 1.5. Now we're ready to blend this. Put the cover on. It's blending the whole thing pretty good. It is smooth, but it appears that it does have a little texture to it. That's probably from the tomato paste. I'll give it another 15, 30 seconds, maybe 30. Well, that looks pretty good, actually. It's a thick sauce. It's not a thin sauce by any stretch of the imagination. And we're going to just bring that over here to a crock pot. This is a small crock pot. And we're going to let that simmer for a good part of the day on low. It really tastes pretty good. We'll get as much as we can off of this blade. And get as much as we can out of the blender. My wife would have a fit if she saw how much I left in the blender, but I don't go too crazy with it. My dishwasher is somewhat loaded, so I'm just going to rinse it a little bit and put it in the dishwasher. So anyway, there you have it. I'm going to plug this in, put the lid on it. I guess I'll put it on low. Sometimes I like to put things on high to start, but since it's so early, it's only 10:15 in the morning, I'm going to put it on low. So anyway, I'm going to clean up a little bit, and I will be back shortly and make the dough. So I will see you in a little bit.